This story was inspired of a break-in that happened and a reminder for everyone to lock your doors at night and make sure this break-in doesn't really happen to you. Enjoy the film. My name is Timmy. I love Easter. It has always been my favorite holiday. The main reason was because I get a lot of candy, and if there was one thing I loved, it was candy. Another thing I really wanted to see was the Easter Bunny. I've never seen him in person, so I thought I'm going to catch the Easter Bunny. Nightfall hit, and I knew that in the morning there would be an Easter basket filled with candy and maybe a new toy. I got ready for bed, but just as I did, I heard a noise downstairs. When I got downstairs, my heart dropped. I got there, but there was a man I had never seen before. I screamed and ran in a room and locked the door. I went into the guest bedroom and I stayed as quiet as I could. The only sound that could be heard was my heart beating out of my chest. My heart dropped because in the corner of the room I saw a skinny man I had never seen before. He looked to be holding an Easter egg. He leaped toward me and said, "Happy Easter." He dropped the Easter egg and ran out and sprinted out of the room. Mom, someone else is in our house." "What? Show me." My mother searched the house with a baseball bat, but there was no one around, not a single soul. My mother then called the police. They soon arrived. The police searched the house, but found no one, but they did find an Easter egg. There was nothing in the Easter egg. Nothing. It was just an Easter egg. The police soon left, but I never look at Easter the same way. Now every Easter I think of this event that happened on the night right before Easter. The police did their investigation, and both men were never found. I can only picture that tall, skinny man scaring kids on Easter Eve. This story was inspired by a woman checking out to see if there was really an Easter bunny, but what she found was way more than an Easter bunny. It appeared to be a psychotic Easter bunny manning its territory. Enjoy the story. My name is Catherine, and I'm 27 years old, and I still love Easter. It's one of my favorite holidays. There has been one question in my mind, and that is there really an Easter bunny? I've been wanting to find that out forever. It's my dream to meet the Easter bunny. It was finally Easter Eve. It was night already, so I would have to be quiet and quick, 'cause it could be pitch black and hard to see. I made my way into the woods where the Easter bunny was sighted at. I made sure to be as quiet as possible so that I did not disturb any wildlife in the woods. I went deeper in the woods and spotted a bunny just staring at something. I creeped up to it, but just as I did, it looked at me, then jumped to me. "You there, why are you out of bed?" What? You heard me. You should not be here. This is Easter bunny territory. Do you really get stunned? This made my heart drop, so I replied with, "No." "Well then, why did you come here?" The bunny then pulled out a small animal-sized knife and pointed it at me. "When you come here, you owe me something, and in this case, your blood." Then he said this, he tackled me to the ground, the knife still pointed at me. I thought this was the end, but then I kicked the bunny and he went flying into a tree. I took this as my chance to sprint the heck out of there. I ran and ran until I got home. Once I got home, I locked myself in a room and stayed there all night thinking about what had just happened. Every time Easter comes, I always think about the incident. I never see Easter the same way. I can only think about that Easter bunny. attacking more people as they wandered the trail on Easter Eve. This story was inspired by a case that happened in a neighborhood of a man dressing up in an Easter Bunny mascot only to harass and kidnap people. Enjoy the film. My name is John, and I am a father of 2 kids, a boy named Josh and a girl named Layla. It was Easter Eve, so Josh and Layla were going to their grandma's house for Easter. I decided to stay home because my wife Linda does not like it when no one guards the house. She always wants the house to be safe from intruders. I thought to myself, how hard could it be? I should have never thought that, though. I heard the doorbell ring a few minutes into my night. I should have never answered, but somehow I still answered the door. When I answered the door, a man dressed in an Easter Bunny costume came from the darkness. I was a little freaked out because there has never been anyone dressing up as an Easter Bunny before. Terrified, I asked him, "Sir, can I help you?" "Would you like an Easter egg, good sir?" Thank you, but no, sir." "You don't want an Easter egg? Why not?" All of a sudden, his entire demeanor changed from happy to utterly terrifying. Without warning, he pulled out a large machete. I was in panic. I had no idea what to do. In desperation, I kicked the Easter Bunny and he fell to the ground. I then took this as my chance to sprint the heck out of there. I made my way into an empty room and locked the door and ran inside and called the cops. Once the police arrived, I told them everything about the man dressed in an Easter Bunny costume. The man dressed in an Easter Bunny costume was later caught and arrested. He was caught at another house attacking a little boy and was arrested on the spot. I hope that the Easter Bunny stays behind bars for a very long time, and I or my kids and wife never run into him again. If you liked these horror stories, then be sure to leave a good comment for more horror stories. And remember, if you want these horror stories, leave those good comments. Just a reminder, you definitely want them.